Hello and welcome back to Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. It's the Master League with Aston Villa and we have the West Midlands Derby, Birmingham City versus Aston Villa, and there's nothing like the taste of victory at the expense of this lot. Let's make sure we get it. Here I am geeing up all the players in the dressing room before the game. A bit of an embrace there with Taylor. And let's get into it. This is the lineup then. Andrea Morea places Nyland in goal. If there's one thing I remember from Pro Evolution Soccer, is that you never play a goalkeeper who's on a down red arrow, and Nyland is on that today. However, counteracting that, we have Delat really up for it. Tuanzebe unbelievably up for it. Hurahan up for it. McCormack up for it. Abraham up for it, Ben Arthur up for it, Kabai up for it, Neil Taylor, Jack Grealish a bit average, and Chester's a little bit down, but he gets a start because he is the club captain of Aston Villa in this save. Birmingham City lining up in a 4-4-2. They have Camping goal, Colin, Scar, Dean and Pede at the back four. They have Jota Pereira on the right wing, Craig Gardner, Gary Gardner in the middle, and Julius Magahawa, I think that is. Starting from the left wing, they have Bogle and Adams up front. Bagahoma is left wing, excuse me about that one. So, showing off my unnecessary not really knowing the championship that well. Yeah, look at Johan Cabaye there, looking lovely, ready to start the game. I reckon he's got a free kick in him in this game. I reckon he's got a goal. But we'll see you for the West Midlands Derby. We'll see you at kickoff. So here we are at St Andrews. Birmingham City, the home team, get the game underway. And we'll be back for any meaningful action. And here come Birmingham City, the first meaningful attack. It's into the middle. And Bogle, the striker, just misses out on the header. And Aston Villa look to gain a bit of composure here. And just keep the ball, building it out of defence. Into Taylor. Up the line to McCormack. McCormack, nice flip round the corner. Ben Arthur looking through to Abraham, who's just tackled. And nothing really came of that one. And Adams is through. It's a long ball and they won the flick on. Chester gets back to recover. Magoma's been forced slightly wide. He holds onto the ball well. Picks out Adams. There's a shot. Great save from the goalkeeper on his Master League debut, Morea. But it's not over yet from Birmingham City. Kabai's back there to win the header. It's a poor headed clearance. And Birmingham City take the lead. Oh, it's 1-0 in the derby. Bogle or Bogle. I'm going to call him Bogle. Oh, Bogle. Oh, Bogle. It sounds like a swearing, doesn't it? Bogle gets the goal. Hurahan has nothing to do but to hold his head in shape. It's a good save first off from Morea, but Aston Villa just panicked at the back a bit and just couldn't get it clear. Cabaye won the header, but it's not known for his heading, and it was a good header to get up that high, but then struggled really to get the power needed on the clearance. So Aston Villa have to start afresh and they find themselves 1-0 down. They're looking for an instant response though. It comes to Taylor, who'll swing an early cross in, looking for Abraham. But there's a foul from a Birmingham City player here. And he's getting a talking to. It must have been a late tackle. Captain Craig Gardner, I think, is the Gardner brother that is the captain for Birmingham City. Obviously used to play for Aston Villa. And it was obviously a very late tackle here on Hurahan, was it? Nothing too much. He was going for the ball. Not as vicious as some tackles in the derby can be. Now, Cabaye isn't going to shoot from this range. But he is going to try and find Tammy Abraham. There he is. I'm determined to make one of these work, one of these free kicks. So he's gone a bit early again and Dean gets a diving header to it now. Delat's on the ball. He just recovers it and recycles the possession. Hurahan has it out to Delat. Delat down the line looking for Ben Arthur. Into Hurahan. Hurahan turns into Ben Arthur's feet. Tammy Abraham trying to do a turn to get away from the defender, but it just wasn't happening. And Birmingham City keep their 1-0 lead. Into Jack Grealish's feet. Jack Grealish looks to turn. Lays it out to Delat. It's a good pass. Into McCormack, who just can't get there. The pass was overhit. And there's a big gap here for O'Bogle to run into. And he's held up and then Chester defends that really well. And Aston Villa are looking to come forward. It's Neil Taylor trying to get a cross in. Tammy Abraham looked like he was fouled. Slightly late on that tackle off the ball there. But the referee played advantage. And it could be an advantage for Birmingham if we look at this, as they seem to be through. It's Magoma running through. He's got Delat chasing him. And Delat's done well to recover that position. The ball comes in low. Tuanzebe gets it away. And then it's cleared once more up to Abraham. Abraham loses it and doesn't do very well with that one. Birmingham City playing a very high pressing game. And it's got the ball back from in a dangerous position. Adams shoots and it's fired into the corner. And it's 2-0 Birmingham City. And the high press from Birmingham City really playing off. I thought Aston Villa had it out here, but Jack Grealish trying to do a fancy turn on the ball in the centre of the park. And he is caught on his heels. And this is not good. 2-0 Birmingham City. And McCormack with a lovely ball through to Delat. Delat's in on goal. What can he do? He looks to cut it back. Tammy Abraham. What a block from the defender to get that out of going in the net. Or stop it going in the net. Oh. And again, it's these long balls from Birmingham City that are causing Aston Villa a bit of trouble. But they cope with that one just fine. Aston Villa just starting to find some holes in this Birmingham City team as they press. But again, they get it out and they've got this counter-attack on, and Magoma is running through. He's against Tuanzebe, holds the ball up well. Tuanzebe defends it well, and Chester's there to mop up. And Aston Villa look to break away. It's a counter-attacking game, this, as Ben Arthur's looking to get in behind, but the pass from Abraham just cut a bit short. But Abraham's nicked in. He's nicked it off the defender. It's Tammy Abraham who shoots, and it's 2-1. And he's just got Aston Villa back into this game. 2-1. Poor defending. Chester celebrates. And Abraham takes the ball back to the centre spot. So it was a poor pass there, but the touch from the defender was horrendous. He looked to get it out of his feet. Abraham just quick to react and then rifles it past the keeper in goal for Birmingham. 2-1. This West Midlands Derby has been blown wide open. Delat heads it down into Hurihan. Abraham lays it back, but Cabaye wasn't there. He thought it was a lot closer. That's a great challenge from Johan Cabaye. And it falls to Birmingham City, who look to counter there. Both teams are really going for it in this West Midlands derby. As McCormack gets his head to that, but it only falls to Bogle. And Delat will just look to cover this long ball over the top. Tuanzebe's there and copes with it very well. So Ben Arthur comes forward. He's got a bit of time here. Just uses Neil Taylor into Abraham. Back to Ben Arthur, and he shoots, and Lee Camp makes an easy save. So Grealish picks it up in the centre of the park, out to McCormack, into Abraham. He's looking for the movement of Ben Arthur, but it just wasn't there. Sometimes Hatem Ben Arthur struggles in games just to make the correct runs. He's just, well, very inconsistent, like he was in real life. Oh, but Tuanzebe's robbed on the ball. He was trying to just lay it back to Chester, and Chester's taken the man out, who then got in the way. And that's an absolute calamitous defending again from Villa. And it's 3-1 to Birmingham City. The crowd go wild. Bogle gets the goal. He gets his second of the game. Tuanzebe turned into trouble. I don't know, to be honest, what I was thinking. Chester then slid in and nearly took out Tuanzebe. And Morea in goal. Just not having the best of debuts, and he's not been helped by his defence. McCormack lays it into Delat, who's just going to look to turn back here into McCormack again, who's fouled. Referee, is it a penalty? I think it is. A very reckless challenge there, and it's a yellow card for the Birmingham City player. I think it's Gary Gardner. That one is Gary Gardner. So both players, both Gardner brothers getting towards him. McCormack just got the ball here, cleverly turned, and there's no need for that challenge from Gary Gardner. And it is a yellow card for Mr. Gardner and a penalty to Aston Villa. Now, I've not taken a penalty before on Pro Evo, so this will be interesting. When holding RT, a target marker will display on the screen. Adjust the direction using LS, press B to shoot. Holding down will increase the shot power, but at the expense of accuracy. Okay, right. It's Hatem Ben Arthur. So let's go bottom left down there. We'll put a bit of power behind it. And Ben Arthur tucks it away. Gets his first goal for the club. 3-2. And Ben Arthur's there. Oh, he gets it. That's, again, it was a terrible, terrible tackle from Gary Gardner. Absolutely no need. But it's 3-2. And again, this West Midlands derby is alive. We're just going to come off attacking now. I'll just try and keep some possession a little bit. But straight away, Birmingham City are getting in. We're going to have to take off that attacking fullbacks, I think, because it is really cutting us open. And it's half-time. 3-2. The penalty on the stroke of half-time have given Villa a lifeline. There's going to have to be some tactical tweaks here, because Birmingham City are chucking men forward. So I think we're going to take off. We're going to take off attacking fullbacks at the moment, and then I think we're going to move some players around. I think we're going to go 2 up front. We're going to try and cause them some trouble. If they're chucking men forward, we're going to leave more players up. So Grealish is going to come back and just be a little bit more of a central midfielder, and then we're going to put Ben Arthur in as an attacking midfielder in there if we can. There we go. And we're going to shove McCormack in there next to Abraham. He doesn't mind what he says. Yeah, let's leave him up front as a centre forward. And we'll start the second half like that. And it'll be Aston Villa to get us underway in the second half. And here we go. And Aston Villa off to a very quick start here. It's Abraham. into McCormack, and of course he doesn't have that overlapping runner now from Delat. He was just holding it up looking for the support, but we've got to remember that there's not going to be that much width anymore. It's going to be quite a narrow central game that Aston Villa are going to have to play. So Hurihan back to Cabaye. Cabaye, you can see he's Ben Arfa in a bit of space. Ben Arfa takes his time, went for the outside of the boot shot, and Birmingham City get it away. Cormac on the right hand side, just back to Delat, just keeping the ball. Into Cabaye, the orchestrator, out to Neil Taylor. This is good possession football from Aston Villa. Into Grealish. Grealish looking back to Delat. Just waiting up, holding up for some options. Hurihan into Grealish. It's a poor pass from Hurihan. Really should be doing better there. And now I've just got to get Delat back into position. That's why I'm just going to control Delat and get him back into this right back spot. As the ball goes over the top looking for Chester, he should deal with that. Back to the goalkeeper with a nice little header. And Andre Morea will take his time. McCormack with a nice little 1-2 in field with Jack Grealish. And then he stops, turns, and he just didn't have the skill, really, or technical ability to do what I wanted him to. And now Delat was looking like he was getting in a bit of trouble there, but Tuan Davies covered that. Oh, very well. What is going on here? Pass it there. That's where I wanted to. It was meant to go to James Chester the whole bloody time. Ben Arfa into Abraham, round the corner. McCormack, that's got to be a foul, referee. Come on. Richie Delat's then beaten in the air as he tried to chest it down. And goes to Bogle, who's on a hat-trick, remember. So he's got a lot to play for Birmingham City. As Delat gets pulled out to the wing and then makes a good tackle. And hits it up the line to McCormack, who looks in field to Grealish. Who goes back to McCormack. No, he doesn't. Down the line to Abraham. Tammy Abraham. There's runners coming forward here. It's Hurihan. Hurihan, he's got a man over on Ben Arfa. It's Hatem Ben Arfa. Looks to play it into Grealish. It's saved. It's in. Yes. Jack Grealish puts it in. It's 3-3. Oh, and then Hatem Ben Arfa and Jack Grealish do a fancy little handshake. Oh, Lee Camp was unlucky in the Birmingham City goal. This is an absolute goal fest of a West Midlands derby. And everyone goes to celebrate with Grealish. It just about stuck in the net. And I thought when Ben Arfa passes, Grealish was offside. He looks miles offside. And it's a terrible shot. But it's touched onto the post and trickles over the line. 3-3. So Birmingham City coming at us again. Jota Pelletirio on the right-hand side, looking for Gardiner, but Chester's there to cover. Just goes back to his goalkeeper. A bit of sensible football. Out to the right-hand side to Delat, who's got McCormack. Oh, ref, that looked dangerous. Looked very dangerous. And Adams is in. What a save from Morea to keep it at 3-3. Oh, my word, this is intense. So Craig Gardner to whip in the corner for Birmingham. James Chester tries to get under it. It falls kindly to Birmingham City. And Aston Villa managed to get it away. Now up to Abraham. Can he just hold this up? He does. And then gives it to McCormack. And there's some runners on. And Ben Arfa looked like he was in. But it's good defensive play from the centre-back for Birmingham City. Ball over the top, looking for Adams. Chester was beaten and Adams fires it over the bar. So Hurihan with a little burst forward. And he's going into a bit more space. Gives it back to Grealish after that pass. Into Ben Arfa. Back to Grealish. Back down to Ben Arfa. Hatem Ben Arfa on his left foot. And it's saved by Camp. And goes behind for a corner. And Hatem Ben Arfa is growing into this game. I think putting him in that attacking midfield role has made a lot of difference. And keeping our fullbacks back have kept Birmingham quiet somewhat. And it was shot straight at Camp. But it's a good shot. And he's forced a decent save. Now Ben Arfa. Can he keep that form up and whip this one in? He puts it in. Short again. It's the overhead kick. Oh, it was James Chester. What an attempt. And I know we're not going to see a replay of that. So while I've got the ball there, I want to see that again. That was absolutely incredible. So what's a good angle for this? Ben Arfa whips this in. And we'll follow the ball in. James Chester with an acrobatic scissor kick here. Oh, that looks good. That looks very, very good. James Chester. And Lee Camp actually makes a fantastic one-handed save. Oh, so unlucky, James Chester. If that had gone in, then this derby would have had literally everything other than a red card. So Cabaye into Grealish. Grealish with lots of space. Shoots from the edge of the area and Lee Camp makes a good save again. So Aston Villa are playing it around nicely now. And Jack Grealish has got a little run here. He just holds it up, teasing the defender in. Gives it to Ben Arfa, who is fouled. No, he's not. It's a good tackle. And Birmingham City look to attack, but it looks like we've nullified the quick counter. Although ball over the top again to Adams, using his pace very well to try and get in behind Chester. And Chester just holds him up. Adams doesn't really have anywhere to go. We're there. We've blocked off those options very well. And Caballo will look to bring it away. He's got Hurahan next to him in the middle. Goes up to Grealish though. Back to Hurahan, into Abrahams. Abrahams there. Can Abrahams using pace? No, Grealish. Back to Hurahan. Back to Grealish again. Into Hurahan. They've built this well. It's Abrahams. It's Sammy Abraham. What can he do? He's fouled, is he? Jack Grealish picks up the ball anyway and plays on. Tries to bend one. And it's just gone over the water bottles, the wrong side of the goal. So Mahoney's on the right-hand side for Birmingham City. Looks to Adams. And that's a good tackle from Yohan Cabaye. And then he gets the ball back from Taylor. Cabaye. Up to Grealish. Grealish around the corner to Ben Arthur, who hasn't got too much support. So he's just going to hold on to it. And does very well holding that up there into Hurahan. Hurahan to Delat. Good, sensible, patient football from Villa. Not rushing it too much as the ball goes to Hurahan. McCormack could be in on the right-hand side. The pass is slightly overhit. And McCormack's just got to do something sensible now. He just holds on to the ball. He's trying to turn away from the defender, but just couldn't get there. Grealish. Grealish. Into Hurahan. Abraham. Lovely flick round the corner. Grealish. He's put it in the bottom corner. Jack Grealish, the Villa boy against Birmingham, runs off celebrating. He goes to the corner flag. Jack Grealish. 2 goals. Oh my word. What a derby this has been. Grealish into Hurahan. To Abraham. Lovely flick to take out the defender from the game. And then he places it with his left foot past Lee Camp. And I didn't think he'd hit the shot well enough, but it turns out he has, and it's 4-3 Aston Villa. What a derby this has been. We're going to do Chester is going to come off and be replaced by Elphick, and the captaincy will go to, oh bloody hell, everyone's knackered. The captaincy will go to Tuanzebe, I think, yeah. We're going to get some fresh legs up front and do McCormack for Hogan. And then we're going to do Neil Taylor for Delat and then Taylor off for El Mohammadi, just so we can keep this defensive going. We're going to drop down to a defensive mentality. And can we hold on for 2 minutes? As the ball goes through, looking for Gardner. Tuanzebe comes over. Gardner's beaten him. It's Bogle in the box. Out to Mahoney. Flicks it back. Bogle shoots and it goes just wide. Very elaborate that from Birmingham City. And Morea is berating his defence. Oh, it was very unlucky. Then Gardner just sort of walks through that challenge. Bogle, ball out to Mahoney, flick back in. And I think it was meant for Adams, but it landed at Bogle's volleying foot. And it was a good effort. So we're just going to get this long and out. And up it goes. Looking for Abraham. Can he win the header? He does-ish. But it sort of hit just both of them. Hurahan has it. Into Keiterfield. Back to right, left to Davis. Good tackle and a good block from El Mohammadi. Fresh legs have come on. And that helped him stretch and get that ball. And it'll be Davis with a throw. In it goes. Looking for Bogle, who's flicked it on into Adams' path, who turns and shoots. And it goes wide. And Villa somehow get a 4-3 victory. Oh, against Birmingham City. And that will be a derby that goes down in history. Grealish on the double. Ben Arthur with 1. Abraham with 1. Oh my word, that's a relief. So the derby win keeps us second and 2 points behind Stoke City in first. However, it's looking a little bit ominous because Stoke City have got, I think, 3 of the top 4 goal scorers in the league, which is quite impressive. Next up is Derby County. And now one of the people who commented on the video is a Derby County fan and asked me to look at their stats. So we'll go and have a look in a minute, but we're just going to have a look at this. So people have been called up to the national squads. And team management wise, negotiations. Oh, scouting, right. Who have we got? South America. Fernando and Luis Leal. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at them. Fernando. 31, bit old. 31 as well, bit old. We won't be bringing either of those 2 in. Derby County, there we go. So, Roos in goal. I don't know if that was your normal. Scott Carson doesn't make the squad for this game, interestingly. Andre Wisdom at right back, Curtis Davis, Keogh, Malone is the back 4, Huddleston, Ledley and Bryson at the midfield 3, and then your front 3 are Juzaphone, I think I'm saying that right, Chris Martin and Tommy Lawrence, I think that is at left wing. And there's some other players on the bench for you to have a look at. Hopefully you're happy with those ratings, and if not, then kick off with Konami. We need to I should have sorted our team out. I need to do it all of there. We'll see you at kickoff. And here we are for the game against Derby County. Nyland comes back in goal. Taylor stays at left back. El Mohammadi comes in at right back. Delat needs a rest. Grealish keeps his place after his 2 goals in the derby. Ben Arthur starts behind Tammy Abraham. McCormack keeps his place. And Kabai is injured, so gets replaced by Tish Bowler to have another chance at impressing me in the game. And the game gets underway, and we'll be back as usual if anything interesting happens. So a long throw into the box is gone up for Martin. Jufuzu heads it on. Tommy Lawrence with a bicycle kick, imitating James Chester in the last game. That's a great effort. So the long throw came in from Derby. Chris Martin won the flick on. It was bouncing around. Juseverson, I'm never going to get his name right. And the bicycle kick by Tommy Lawrence goes over the bar. And it's a good save from Nyland. Sorry, my phone went off. Huddleston, ball in. It's over McCormack, and the header's too powerful for Nyland. And that's the first corner I think we've conceded in this save. And it's Bryson. It had a bit of a free header. And that's disappointing. It's a disappointing start. I shouldn't have looked at my phone. It put me off. Huddleston with the ball in. Bryson, I think it was Grealish that just wasn't really jumping with him. And it's 1-0 Derby County. So Aston Villa just having to keep possession here. Derby are playing a very sort of defensive formation now that Villa are struggling to get through. As Jack Grealish looks to spread it out to Taylor, and it's a poor pass. That's what's happening at the moment. We're forcing passes that aren't really on. And there's another one from Hurahan. And Chris Martin will look to hold on to this. Out to Joseph Fusen. Someone comment down below and tell me how to say it. Mr. Derby fan, I can't remember who you were that commented. But please let me know how you... Write it phonetically how I pronounce his name. So I'm just going to call him Joseph for now, because there's a Joseph in there somewhere. And Hurahan puts him under pressure. Malone lays it out. And El Mohammadi, you should be reaching that. Tommy Lawrence is looking to get in behind here. The ball comes across. And Chris Martin, Tuanzebe, was just on his feet. Chris Martin should not be getting in front like that. First off, the first error is El Mohammadi doesn't cut that pass out. The ball comes in, and Tuanzebe, he's been playing immense for us, but that is some shocking defending. Into Ben Arthur's feet. He hasn't got enough space to get a shot off. Has he got any support? Tishbola gives him an option running past. He goes back to Hurahan. Into Tishbola. Tishbola up the line, back into Ben Arthur. And then Neil Taylor's got a lot of space on this left-hand side. Fires a low cross in. Abraham! Oh! Just past the post. Good movement from Abraham. Just couldn't make it count. And it was a good little effort. Grealish holds it up into Hurahan. Hurahan out to McCormack. Back to Tishbola. Into Hurahan's feet again. Villa keeping the ball well. Derby keeping this good position. And Taylor's offside. Miles offside as well. So Villa are going to need an epic comeback again, as Abraham looked to flip that through to Ben Arthur, but put far too much power on the pass. And here we go. El Mohammadi can't cut that one out. Chester, the goalkeeper's come a long way. Nyland, and slides in and gets a foot to it. But he's well out of position. And Derby missed their chance. They have missed the chance to try and counteract that. Nyland came flying out of his goal. And just didn't... Wow, his clearance just was not convincing. Huddleston puts in another corner. It's another header. And that should be a goal for Joe Ledley. But it's gone right past the post. They are dangerous from set pieces. Tom Huddleston's deliveries have been superb. And Aston Villa, no one challenging Joe Ledley. Something we're going to have to sort out in the future. So Villa have a throw in a pretty dangerous position. Looking for just a bit of movement. It's going to go back to Tishbola, back to Taylor. Infield to Grealish, who's found a pocket of space. Picks out McCormack. Into El Mohammadi. He just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. He falls to the ground. More in, I think, hope more than anything else. To Tuanzebe, into McCormack. Into Grealish, round the corner to Abraham. Abraham can't pick up, falls back to Grealish! Oh! I thought that was it. I thought that was the goal. A wonder strike from Grealish, I thought that was going to be. So into McCormack, Grealish to Abraham. Abraham was tackled, it fell to Grealish. And the first time, the goalkeeper was struggling, but it just didn't hit the target. And Villa have given away a cheap corner again. Really could have not given that away, because we have not been good at defending corners today. Huddleston puts it in again. This time we have a challenge, but again Joe Ledley wins it. And it's over the bar. And these corners are deadly. I don't know what it is. I mean, they haven't got Tony Pulis in charge. He's in charge at Middlesbrough. But set pieces are Derby's forte at the moment. And it's very much paying off for them. So 1-2. Abraham looking to get in behind. Just run into Curtis Davis, who's not the sort of man you really want to walk into. He's a big guy, is Curtis Davis. And Tuanzebe covers that one. El Mohammadi into Grealish. Hurricane up to Abraham. Abraham looking in. Ben Arthur looking for Grealish, but played the pass beyond him. And it gives Derby County a chance here to launch a counter-attack as Tishbola tries to get there. Tuanzebe. Martin's got in behind. Shoots. Nyland with an easy save. So the goalkeeper slipped and it's fallen to McCormack. Waits for a run. It's Ben Arthur. Foul, referee. That's got to be a foul. I mean, the actor's shooting and he's taken my leg away. That is shocking. We do get the ball back with Hurricane, who's just trying to make some space for a cross or something. Grealish is fouled and Derby get it away, and I swear that was a penalty. And now the ref's going to give that as a foul because the computer doesn't like me. And I was down and starting like I'm moaning and losing the plot. But Villa are going to need one hell of a comeback here, and it's probably going to be a big change of formation, I reckon, as El Mohammadi does very well to rob that ball. He's just waiting for an option. Huddleston comes flying in with a tackle, but gets the ball because, of course, he does. Ben Arthur goes to pressure the ball. Hurricane can't cut out that pass, and Derby survive. And it's a good tackle from Taylor. Can they do something with this now? Taylor up to Ben Arthur. Into Grealish. It's a good run outside of him from Taylor. And they're just timing these tackles so well. I think the grass is long, and it's keeping, like, stopping the ball from being able to be played like along the ground. As Martin beats Chester, shoots. Nyland with a good catch. Oh, right. I just need to calm down and get some composure. Get into half time and consider what to do, because this has been a disaster. So we get into half time and it's 2-0 to Derby County. Oh, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough second half. We've only had 2 shots. Derby playing very well. They are third in the league. They are up there in the same sort of position as us. And I think we're going to go something drastic. We're going 5-2-1-2. That's what we're going with. 5 at the back. We're just going to mix it up a little bit though, because we're going to go a full out. Oh, bloody hell. We're going to go a full out 5 at the back. So left midfield, right midfield, and then Grealish attacking midfield. Ben Arthur hasn't played very well. He's going to come off and be replaced by Hogan. Abraham is going to go back up top. And then I didn't really want to do that. We'll do that for now. So put Grealish and Tishbola in the middle, Abraham and Hogan up front, and see how we get on. Second half then, we've taken tight marking off because they've subbed off someone, which is interesting. So, haven't used a 5-3-2 before. Let's see how we get on. As El Mohammadi should, well, it will automatically give us more width than the previous formations. Derby County are flying into tackles. Maybe they are managed by Tony Pulis in this. I don't know. But they're doing okay here, Derby. It's annoying me. So, Jack Grealish is trying to release El Mohammadi. He does get just about the wrong side of Malone, who recovers. Grealish wicks a ball into the box and Curtis Davis gets it away. It falls to Tishbola. It goes back to Grealish. El Mohammadi's calling for it. He gets it. Low cross in. Abraham with a header. And it's gone just past the post. And the width is helping. The width is definitely helping. But Villa just can't get that final little touch. Flick out there. El Mohammadi first time crossing to the near post. And from that angle, it's going to have to be a pretty spectacular header. So out to Taylor. Neil Taylor's got quite a lot of space to run into here. Now playing as a left winger. Into Hogan's feet, who's tackled. It's nothing sticking in this game. It's definitely wet grass or something. Something feels different about it. It feels sticky and like the ball isn't moving as well. Tishbola to McCormack. Back to Tishbola. Neil Taylor's made a good run. Can he get there? Come on, you've got more pace than Andre Wisdom. And Andre Wisdom just plays sensible and clears it out for a throw. Abraham back to Mohammadi. Back to Grealish. To Tishbola. Tishbola up the line into Hogan. Hogan to McCormack. Looking for Hogan again and just couldn't slip it through. Grealish will pick this up. Into Abraham. Oh, and that's a really bad pass. I don't even know what he was trying to do there. And Martin now has it. And the ball goes out to the right hand side, taking the advantage of not having any fullbacks as Hurricane looks to come in and close him down. But Martin is causing us all sorts of trouble as his half volley goes just past the post. He's been phenomenal in this game, Chris Martin. Absolutely phenomenal. Into Martin, to Joe Ledley, looking over the top for Lawrence. Tuanzebe looks to try and cover. And, oh God, that's terrible defending. Oh, it's not even gone off and I'm too busy scratching my chest. And there we go. We win a goal kick. Sensible play from Hurricane to play it off the defender. Right, that is a proper 3-4-3 formation. Into McCormack, out to Tishbola. 1 minute of added time is not going to be enough for Aston Villa to break this down. El Ghazi puts a ball in. Abraham with a header, and it's gone wide. And it's just not Aston Villa's day. Derby have played very, very well, and it's just been so frustrating. Their defence, Derby's defence, has been actually incredible, like formidable. This defence has been, and if you can't tell, it's really pissed me off. But here they come. It's the last kick of the game now. Bennett has it. If we win this back, the final whistle will go. As the ball goes in low, Martin's there, and he's got a third, just to rub salt into the wound. We've actually kept them quiet going forward in this second half. But Chris Martin rubs it in, shows the name to the crowd, and it's just that, I mean, we push forward, we're pushing forward to try and get a goal. And that will be the end of the game, and it's a disappointing 3-0 loss. The form in the league was going so well, but you win some, you lose some, and what I will take from today's episode is that we won the important game. We won the game against Birmingham City, and I know if there's any Villa fans out there that are watching, that's the game you would have wanted to win from this episode. That loss moves us down to 5th, which is a bit annoying. Stoke are struggling a little bit, still only 3 points ahead of us now. Goal difference is much superior to us. Derby push up and take our 2nd spot, but Tuanzebe's increasing all the time. Scott Hogan's dropped down, which is interesting. But the next game, the next episode will be Hull City, and we're back at Villa Park, so I look forward to seeing you then. A very, very disappointing performance that against Derby County. You live and learn. We'll carry on. Please do leave a comment, like if you like the video, subscribe if you're new. It's been great interacting with you guys that are leaving comments, and as you could see, I try and interact with every single comment that is left. So please do not be afraid to leave comments, and I'll respond to anything, even if it's slightly negative or there's a way I can improve. I've had a good interaction with someone about how I can improve the episodes, so please do leave a comment. I really appreciate you watching the stuff, but for now, I'm out. Cheers.